For a few seconds, the field went quiet. Romello Height was on the cart, and 49ers fans felt that knot in the stomach, the kind July should never bring. Then came the relief: cramps. But the second practice left a bigger imprint. A rookie found an opening on offense, the defense started revealing its new personality, and one signing showed that Santa Clara has no intention of waiting for trouble to grow. We're breaking down who is turning concern into opportunity and why every answer matters in a championship chase. Stay with us and subscribe to 49ers Express. The relief around Romello Height was real. Seeing an edge rusher leave on a cart sends fans straight to the worst-case scenario, especially on a roster that knows the cost of injuries. The diagnosis was cramps, so everyone could breathe. The rest of the report offered little room to relax. Offensive tackle Vidarian Lowe will miss time. Christian Kirk and defensive tackle Grayson Holton will be limited, and Jordan James disappeared during the second half of practice without an explanation. 2 days into camp, depth is already being tested. That uneasiness produced the session's most exciting picture: Dejon Stribbling seeing daylight. Even before Kirk's injury, the 49ers appeared to be moving the rookie toward the third receiver role. With the veteran losing reps, this is no longer a distant competition. Stribling can grab a job while the field is thinner. This is about more than speed. Brock Purdy praised the rookie, and Nick Wagner added context. Stribling has the frame to work the middle, the nerve to enter traffic, and the burst to separate. After Jauan Jennings' departure, finding a receiver with size, fearlessness, and acceleration would answer a major need. He can also switch spots with Ricky Pearsall, giving Kyle Shanahan freedom to disguise alignments and hunt better matchups. Mike Evans supplies experience. Pearsall brings movement. Stribling could be the piece that keeps this group from becoming predictable. On defense, the safety hierarchy is taking shape. Ji'Ayir Brown held his spot through both practices. Marquise Siegel opened beside him on day 1, Malik Mustafa started on day 2, and they continue to rotate. For now, Brown looks like the fixed point while the others compete for the remaining job. His interception of Purdy on an in-breaking route intended for Jacob Cowing strengthened that position. It is early, but Brown is among the leaders in these battles, alongside Connor Colby at left guard and Nick Martin at Sam linebacker. The tactical detail that has my attention is up front. Raheem Morris does not appear to be using five-man fronts as a July party trick. Trent Williams discussed the look after the first practice. Purdy addressed it after the second. Wagner believes this will remain part of the conversation all season. When the quarterback says this defense looks noticeably different from what he used to face inside the building, an identity shift is taking place. 5 defenders across the front can change protections, speed up decisions, and create lanes for blitzes and pre-snap movement. That does not mean San Francisco will use this shape on every down, or that 2 practices have solved the defense. It means Morris is already forcing a sophisticated offense to process something new. A day that began with physical concern ended with 2 jolts of energy, Stribling attacking an opportunity that may not come back, and a defense building new routes to the quarterback. The scare has passed. The consequences of this practice are only beginning. That defensive transformation has a new piece. The 49ers are signing defensive end KJ Henry after a workout, a move that speaks to last season's damage. Injuries tore through the edge position. Entering another season dependent on recovering players would invite the problem back. Henry is not arriving as a savior, nor should he. At 6'4" and 255 pounds, he was a 5th-round Commanders pick in 2023 after Clemson. His NFL path has taken him through 7 teams in 4 seasons. That shows instability, but also a player who keeps earning a door. He was with the Eagles during their 2024 Super Bowl championship season and part of Clemson's 2018 national title team, though his freshman role was limited. The evidence came later. Henry earned all ACC honors in 2022 with 59 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, 24 quarterback pressures, and 6 pass breakups. Before the draft, Lance Zierlein described an athletic edge with size and burst, capable of disrupting through twists, blitzes, and inside moves. The weaknesses came with the package. His hand usage needed work, and his ability to set a firm edge against the run was less consistent than expected. Through 3 NFL seasons, Henry has 22 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 5 tackles for loss. His only 3 career starts came as a rookie in Washington. None of that guarantees an impact in San Francisco. It does guarantee competition, with traits Morris could use in the movable 5-man front already showing up at camp. The context makes this necessary. Nick Bosa and Mykel Williams are returning from torn ACLs. Bosa has proven what he can be when healthy. Williams, the number 11 pick in 2025, has to show he can become the dominant partner the franchise expected after an interrupted rookie season. The PFF numbers cited from year one were modest, but 385 snaps before a major knee injury do not finish the evaluation of such a young defender. Henry lives in that space between caution and pressure. If he wins a rotational role, the 49ers can manage workloads without stripping the pass rush of its force, and Morris gets another body he can move around. If Henry falls short, he will at least have raised the level of competition. For a team determined to become feared up front again, depth is not an August luxury. It protects everything Bosa and Williams could still build together. Mike Evans has built a career that needs no introduction, but his arrival in San Francisco raises a question. At 32, can he still beat expectations? Evans is being drafted as WR27 with an ADP of 63 in PPR leagues. Age and a new team are enough for some managers to push a veteran down the board. I see opportunity. Last season, despite injuries and targets shared with Emeka Egbuka and Chris Godwin Jr., Evans averaged 10.8 PPR points per game. Now he enters Kyle Shanahan's offense as the proven presence in a younger receiving core. Ricky Pearsall and Dejon Stribbling offer speed and upside. Evans gives Brock Purdy a familiar answer when a play gets tight. That does not mean Purdy will force targets to a name. The value is balance. Evans can operate as a physical target, threaten in the red zone, and command respect from coverage while younger receivers settle in. If Stribling capitalizes on Christian Kirk's absence and Pearsall keeps developing, defenses will not be able to lock their attention onto one target. That makes Evans a defensible WR2 or flex at this price, especially for managers who spend early picks elsewhere. The age risk is real. So is the adjustment to a new offense. But fantasy managers often get burned when they confuse veteran with finished. Evans does not need to carry a massive target load in San Francisco. He needs to turn experience into high-value catches. With Purdy, Shanahan, and different threats around him, he can remain far more dangerous than his price suggests. But the opportunity for Evans and the younger receivers comes from an uncomfortable place. Christian Kirk arrived on a prove-it deal with an expected role in Brock Purdy's offense. Now he is hurt and could miss time, costing him what he needed most: reps to show the coaches how he should be used before the season. One interpretation says his absence, while painful for Kirk, could make the offense faster. I understand it. George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and Mike Evans already supply veteran experience. Kirk, at 29 after 3 seasons of declining production, would add another older player to a group that finished 21st in explosive play rate in 2025. San Francisco spent much of last season building long, methodical drives because it could not generate chunk plays at an elite rate. Opening reps for Pearsall, Stribling, and Kalen Black could change that equation. The staff can test them against the defense, measure their chemistry with Purdy, and identify who can inject speed into Shanahan's design. For Stribling, this is a chance to move up without waiting for an injury. For Pearsall, it is time to prove his dynamism can handle more responsibility. For the entire offense, it is a chance to become unpredictable again. I still refuse to call an injury a blessing. That reading is too easy, and it ignores how championships are won, with options, not premature eliminations. Kirk can still bring reliable routes, experience against different coverages, and insurance if another receiver goes down. The ideal outcome is not Kirk losing his place because his body removed him from the race. It is the young receivers growing so quickly that Shanahan has to find room for everyone. The danger for Kirk is real. If he stays out while Stribling and Pearsall shine, the pecking order may move forward without him, putting his future in the Bay Area at risk. Every missed practice becomes a heavy silence. Every catch by one of those young receivers becomes a statement. I want a pulse check from the faithful. Tell me in the comments who gains the most from this absence: Stribling, Pearsall, or Evans himself. My pick today is Stribling, because the rookie can build trust before that door closes again. Kirk's injury should never be celebrated. The courage of the players stepping into that empty space absolutely should. The second practice began with chest tightening and ended by revealing new paths. Height brought relief. Stribling accelerated a competition. Brown strengthened his position, and Raheem Morris showed that his defense plans to attack differently. KJ Henry arrives to keep depth from becoming a blind spot again. Evans offers trust, while Kirk's absence forces the offense to confront a youth movement that may have already been knocking at the door. The debate stays open because camp does not deliver final verdicts after 2 days. It gives us signals. Hit like, subscribe to 49 ERS Express, and help us build this read together. The faithful tracks every step because we know what this season could mean.